I've had the privilege of being a part of Healing Place Church since the very beginning. The vision of the church has not changed in 29 years. You know, it was to serve those who are in need and to be a healing place for a hurting world.
And I feel like that's more important than ever now. When you look at our world, you see the division, man. You see the brokenness, the hurt, the pain that so many people are walking through.
There's been a lot of different things happen here in Baton Rouge, and, you know, from floods to police shootings and to other things that have happened that God's allowed us to be a part of helping people recover and heal from. And so, you know, those are things that speak volumes to the community.
It's the mission that God's called us to. And just to know that when they walk inside of these doors and they're bringing all of their cares of the day, for them to be able to let go of those things and just to focus their hearts on God, to be strengthened, to be refreshed, something that the world can't offer us. They're able to encounter that here and leave in a different way than they came.
As the technical director here, my goal is to make all of the technology transparent, so where when somebody walks in the room, they're not like, oh, that's a great sound system, or, oh, look at that LED wall. I want them to come in and experience what God has for them this day.
We've had the opportunity to be in this building that we're in now for about 12 years. We had to update our sound system.
The chips started failing and the speakers would just flash on and off. So you'd hear pastor speak and then it would go away. And then you'd hear pastor speak and then it would go away. And so we slowly started losing all of it. So that was kind of the main reason for moving towards a new system and finding a new solution.
The way I view things, I'm here to steward what God's given us. And while it was a big need, our new sound system, it was also an opportunity for us to think about and prepare for the next 10 years, 15 years, and where would technology be and where would we want to be 5 years from now.
I started researching about Soundscape and a couple other immersive systems. We ended up talking to an integrator and planned a trip up to Asheville to check out the demo room that they had there. It had this amazing sound to it with our own stuff. And Pastor came up to me with chills on his arm. He's like, this is it, this is it. And at that point, we just started planning towards how can we make this fit into our room.
All churches are different. All church sizes are different. And what's great about D&B is they have a lot of products that can fit that church's room. And we can go in using the software and make sure that we have the right product to fit what they need.
Initially going into it, we were thinking, okay, Soundscape would add those little bells and whistles for our big events, but I think it's had more of an impact on our week-to-week basis than we expected.
We need the ability to take what's happening on the platform and provide clarity and feel to the congregation so that every seat in the room hears exactly the same. I think that's point number one, is accomplishing that, and that's why Soundscape was chosen. Point number two is when you're working with a church, you're working with a lot of volunteers. And what's great about Soundscape is the software and the tools are very intuitive, very easy to operate. That allows the engineer and the operator to move the sound objects around the room and to establish a mix quickly.
Man, you could just tell the difference. I mean, there was a shift. It was like watching, you know, a TV program in black and white, and then it's going to color. And you know, there was an energy that we didn't have before. I mean, you could sense it. It was tangible. And then that bleeds over into the team. There's a confidence that we have now that, man, it's going to be amazing. That it's just going to be an electric environment. It's going to feel alive. It's going to feel exciting. And man, that part of it has been amazing for me and our team.
For me, I feel like the sound that I've always had in my head, I'm able to produce now. And knowing what the response used to be, and that looking out and seeing that response just trickle all the way up to the outer edges of the room is just fantastic.
I get a lot of joy out of seeing people go to the altar, seeing people participate in worship, hearing stories and talking to people that have, you know, had life-changing experiences, and we've had the fortune to just be a tool and to provide an environment where they can come to know God.
To know that in a building this big with that many people, that this sound system, it can create an intimate setting. it creates an atmosphere where everything else just disappears. There's nothing else going on, and their focus can be on God alone and just totally engaging in that worship moment.